guys. It's Tuesday afternoon here. Back on the Camaro, you can see everything has blocked in really nice. Real happy with it. It's all in 320 now. You can see in the light there. Very nice. We're all done up here on these C-pillars. Everything looks good on those. Here's the rework seams. Now they're nice and uniform now. The right gap size on them. This sail panel here, sanded in real nice. Curve is all nice on that now, the way it should be. Even though half will be covered with the vinyl top. Assembly on this seam, nice and uniform. So I started picking away at some other things on it here. We had a few spots on the back, little places and blemishes. Reworked this seam right here. Again, just to make it a nice uniform seam. There was some little wrinkle marks right here. Put a glaze over that and work that seam back in so it's nice and uniform. Come over here to this side. And there was a 1/4 inch plus gap over here. It wasn't an open gap. It was just wider between the seam at the lower part of the tail section, the rear valance, and the lower rear valance, and the bottom of the 1/4. So we made that nice and uniform now. Got that all shaped in. There was a spot here on this seam. It wasn't just right. So we reworked that, so this seam is all nice and uniform now. Reworked these back door jams here a little bit. There's some places on these. Put this line back in. These will be covered up anyway by the step plate, sill plate, but you want them to be right. Did that on both sides. Everything else is all sanded in 320. Except the rear spoiler. I reprimed that spoiler one time, the second time I should say, and we've got to block that in yet. And in the blocking, found a spot on this fender, reworked that. That's ready for another shot of primer there. So then a couple of odds and ends. I'm going to reprime the tail panel. Spot on the fender. I'm going to shoot some primer on these lower rear door jams and on that bottom seam. I said we just shoot the whole rear tail section here. And then the same way over here. After that's done, we're going to shoot some color, maybe by tomorrow, so everything goes. So that's where we're at. Okay. Got those spots in prime now. Come out real nice. So we hit these pretty heavy. Fill in any little marks that we have left with this last prime. This should be it on the car. Should take care of everything. So hit everything. I had one little spot on this door corner that I didn't like, so we flooded her in pretty heavy there. We'll sand that out. I had some primer left, so I got the new grill out. Like I said, it was molded in silver. You can see here. That was the color it's molded in. But the surround on this grill gets painted the green body color. So I taped off the actual grill inlay. This is all molded in one piece. I taped off that grill inlay. And I did a 320 scuff prep on the surface of this, just enough to scuff it, give it a little bite, wiped it down to take off any mold release that may have been on there. And then when I paint these kind of items, I give it just a mist coat of primer. You can see just how little it's on my paper and tape here. Just enough to tack it. You never know what kind of mold releases they use and what kind of reactions you might have with plastic, so this light tack coat will hold down and bond before we go ahead and apply the wet coat. Well, I'll let this sit 10-15 minutes, then I'll come back and hit it with a wet coat. So that's where we're at. Okay, I showed some of this before, the bottom corner right here. Well, we got the grill all in prime. Laid down nice and smooth. Should just be a scuff and this will be ready to paint. This is the grill strengthening bar here. It goes on the top of the grill. Got that in prime. It gets painted body color also. Like I said, we hit these heavy. Rear panel, I painted most of it. I didn't paint the bottom over there. It's nice and flat, smooth already, but I painted most of that. You can see the sheen on it. It's nice. Give that just a light guide coat and knock that down just to get the orange peel off of it. We're ready to go there. Everything should be ready now. Just some scuff sand and get them in how we want them. So I hit both the corners on the latch side of the door. This is what you really notice. We'll block those again a little bit and take care of any little imperfections that we had there. Those will be ready. Except to stand that spoiler, I didn't get that. It's 5 o'clock. I'm going to call it a day here in the shop. I'll let all the stuff set. I like to let it set overnight. They say you can sand it 20 minutes after, but to me that's too soon. I like to let it sit overnight. Let it shrink, get the initial shrink out of it. So I had a little bit of sand primer left in my gun. I couldn't waste it, so I'm going to do some headlight clocks. These are 55, 56 Ford. The old paint was off of them. I didn't take and clean them up very well. I want some of that natural look to them. So we'll see what colors I come up with to put on them. Some old leftover paint that I have. This one's even got a ding and everything in it. We're going to leave those dings in it. That one I may do real patinaed, so it has that weathered look. These two, we'll see what kind of colors we put on them. I might flake one of them and do some pearl on the other one. Couldn't throw the primer away. Alright, call in a day.